What's up, everybody? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and I'm here to bring you a DCUC figure review. This is not just a figure review, it's a 5-figure review. This is the Crime Syndicate of America 5-pack. Found it at Walmart the other day. It's a $75 price tag, so it's a little steep, but really it's just $15 per figure, so it's not unreasonable. It's just a lot of money, so it's really up to you if you want to spend it, but the price per figure isn't really unreasonable. So there you have it. I want to start with Owlman, because he's easily the best figure of the pack, in my opinion, without a doubt. He's got a great sculpt. As you can see, his helmet's a little bit metallic, his eyes are metallic. Just a really, really cool looking figure. Spot on character design. I think it's really nice. The cape, the way they have it hanging over the shoulders, I know that's normal for him, but hopefully they will do something like that for Batman. Now that they've actually done it here, we see that it works really well, so hopefully they do that for Batman. It's nice soft material. Unfortunately, it is connected at the chest and at the back right here, so it doesn't come off or move really. This is soft, but it's not like really posable or anything like that. Articulation in the head, he's got the regular joint in there, up and down, the works, the ball joint, you know, everything you expect from DC figures. He's got the thicker muscular body, which is nice. He's got the wrist and the ankle bands, I don't know, whatever you want to call those. He's got the pouches. They almost go all the way around. They don't make it quite to the back, but that's okay because you can't really see him anyway. He's got the little owl logo there and on that part of the cape as well. He comes with his little owl batarang, although it's like really stretched out in his hand in the package, so you might need to get some hot water. See, mine's still a little bit stretched out. So get some hot water, throw that in there. It should take its shape right back, no problem. But it is a nice little accessory. He's got two open hands, semi-open hands to hold that, so that's nice. And then, like I said, the metallic helmet, and then all the adornments are metallic as well. He does have some slight shading throughout the black, so it's really a sharp looking figure. Even though they just use the same old DCU buck, it looks really nice on this guy. He's really imposing, I guess you could say. He's got all the standard articulation, ball jointed shoulders, somewhat limited from the cape, but they are there. Ab crunch, waist twist, full hip rotation, single jointed elbows and knees, the thigh swivel, and the ankle pivot. No rocker on this guy. You look though, he's got huge ankle joints, so he's pretty sturdy too. No problem there. Very nice figure, definitely a great figure to have. Could have used with a little bit of shading on the cape and maybe not so translucent, but it's still fine. Pretty cool figure, definitely recommended. This guy, 10 out of 10 for Owlman, no problems here. Let's move on to Superwoman. How about that? This figure, not quite so nice. She's got a really cool head sculpt. The hair looks nice. Face looks nice. The paint app's really good on there. So you can see it while I'm there. Show you his face too up close. Really cool looking figure. She's got the little S logo on her chest. You know, little shoulder pads there. Otherwise, she's pretty bland. She does have the shiny black for the clothing, so that's kind of nice. The cape is not really shiny black, it's just more of a standard non-special finish. It's just somewhat glossy from the material. It's not actually shiny like the arms, as you can see there. And then it's yellow here. It connects to her back in a really weird way. It's really kind of ugly. I don't like that at all. It's not meant to come out, so I don't know. They should have just not left it, or I mean left it connected at the shoulders, not glued it in there. That's just really weird. Oh well. She's got all the regular articulation. She's got the, I believe these are the Wonder Woman hands. The somewhat open kind of hands like that for holding something, but she has nothing to hold. So that's kind of a letdown. Standard articulation, just like Wonder Woman. Her thighs and her lower legs are not quite the same color, which is kind of a common thing for the DCUC lately. I don't get that. I don't like it at all. Her leg is warped from the package, but that's just a hot water fix. But if you look, hopefully it's showing up on camera, there's a significant difference between the two skin tones. I don't like that at all. Some people are having trouble with her shoulder joints. I didn't have any trouble with mine, so hopefully that's normal. Oh, and she does have the necklace on there too. So I mean, she's not a bad figure. She looks like she's supposed to, but it's just kind of bland and meh. It's a good thing she's in the 5-pack, because I would imagine the casual collector isn't going to pick her up. But whatever, she's in the 5-pack. So I'm going to give her a 7 out of 10. She looks like she's supposed to, but just kind of a bland figure. She's alright. Next up is Power Ring. Let's talk about him. Almost an exact copy of Green Lantern. They already used his head, I believe. What was that? The Yellow Lantern? Green Lantern? I'm not sure. Not Green Lantern. Hal Jordan. I'm not positive, but I think that's the head that they used for that. This guy is just a solid green body, lighter green boots, gray gloves. Then he has a nice lighter green stripe that matches his boots going down the arms and the neck. That's really it. He's got the logo on his chest. It is nice because the white is nice and solid. There's no you can't see through it. It's really put on there well, and the face looks good. It's nice paint app, nice shading in the hair, and the lines are relatively solid too. But on this side, it's really thin on the neck part, so not the greatest, but it's okay. He's pretty bland otherwise. There's nothing really to say about him other than that. His legs aren't quite the same color either, just like Superwoman. Different colored green from here to here. Hopefully it's showing. Let me zoom out. Maybe it'll show a little better. I think you can see that. It's pretty close. You probably wouldn't be able to tell on the shelf, but it is a different color, so that's a bit of a letdown. So he's I'll give him a 7 out of 10 as well. Nice looking figure, but really just very bland. And it's basically an exact copy of Green Lantern, which I know he's supposed to be, but still, I'd like a little bit more variation, maybe a different version of his outfit or something. So either way, that's him. Let's do Johnny Quick next. That's Johnny Quick. It's actually not a bad figure. I don't really have anything to complain about except for the thigh tones. I'll go ahead and do that first. Again, a very obvious difference between here and here. I don't get why that keeps happening, but it did, so keep that in mind. His head sculpt is nice. He's got the seam down the top of his cowl. Hopefully it shows up. Yeah, you can see that. It's not perfect, you know, around the edges, but you don't really expect that from factory production figures. These are sculpted nicely, painted nicely, eyes are nice, everything's good. No real shading in the face, but none of the faces have too much shading. As with the other ones, the bodies do have some slight shading. The lightning logo on his body, it lines up perfectly the way it is right now, and really no matter how you put it, it looks pretty good. It doesn't really lose its continuity too much. Fully extended or all the way crunched in, it looks good. So I commend Mattel on that. It looks nice. I like that. He also has the thicker boots. If you look, they're a little bit fatter than the standard ones. So something else worth mentioning. Otherwise, he's pretty good. Not too much paint run. The yellow is a little bit translucent. I mean, you can't see through it, but there's a bit of a it's almost like human skin. You can kind of tell that it's holding light just a little bit because it's just molded plastic. But otherwise, he's pretty good. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Still bland, no accessory like Owlman, no cape, no nothing, but he still looks pretty good. I'm still zoomed in. Sorry about that. So there we go. The yellow's a little bit opaque and no accessory, so there you go. And last but not least, Ultraman in his blue pajamas, which is really fine because he's supposed to look like that. It's just a little bit strange looking for the figure, kind of like what some people are saying about the new Superman look where he doesn't have the red underwear on the outside of his pants. This guy has no variation in his outfit other than his cape and his chest. So kind of a strange character design, but that is what he is, so I can't really complain too much. His blues match for the most part. The U chest emblem is nice and solid, no running there, no see-throughness, opacity, looks nice. His face is okay. His teeth, I don't know if it's really showing up, but his teeth could use a little bit more white on there. They almost look the same color as their skin tone, so it's not the best. His cape is nice. It's very, very similar to the Superman cape. It may even be the same cape. I'm not 100% sure offhand. I don't have it near me to grab to show you, but it's very similar. And the body is completely generic except for these elbow pads and these waist things. Otherwise, it's exactly the same as every one of the other heavy muscle bodies. It's the same body that they used for Owlman. Those guys look nice next to each other, but it's really plain. But he's alright. He looks like Ultraman, so can't really complain too much. I'll give him a 7 out of 10 for just being pretty bland. They could have at least done a little bit more shading or something to make him stand out, but I guess I'm just at the point where I'm tired of seeing the same old body almost completely reproduced over and over again. But maybe that's just me. It's up to you guys to decide. I don't know. Go ahead and pose them so you can see all 5 of them one last time, and that would be that for this review. Overall, I'd say probably go ahead and pick up the 5-pack if you have the money to spend on it. It is expensive, but it's not expensive to the point where it's not worth it. It's only $15 a figure. That's about right this time in the game for action figures. It's not crazy inflation or anything like that. So if you can afford it, pick it up. It's a nice set. If you don't mind the reused bodies over and over again, then it's definitely worth getting. If you're kind of getting tired of it, then maybe you want to think about it, but they do display well and look really nice. So there you have it. That's the Crime Syndicate of America 5-pack from DC Universe Classics, made by Mattel. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for more reviews and more custom figures, and in the meantime, keep collecting.